It's very clear that Harry is still trying to compete with his brother.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And it's very sad that he is using, obviously, Diana's memory to do so. He did, in fact, say that Prince William and Harry said this would be the last time. And I think I said last time we spoke, Dan, that I have never heard as much about Diana as what I have since Harry started dating Meghan, really.
What do you mean by that?
Breaking right now, Prince Harry's tour of the US, sullying his mother, Princess Diana's memory, is about to continue in New York.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
Details announced today of the fact that the Princess Diana Award will head stateside, but without Prince William. Because there had been suggestions that he might be in New York at the same time.
That doesn't make sense.
That isn't the case, but the Diana Award posted on X, in our 25th year, the Diana Award is delighted to be leading an event with Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in New York this September. The event will be driven by young people and their insights on the biggest issues facing their generation today. Richard Palmer, the royal reporter, added Prince Harry and Prince William remain committed supporters of the Diana Award, the youth charity set up in memory of their mother, but it hasn't managed to bring them together in the same room since their rift.
Stupid, I'm not going to let you get the chance.
That resulted in the royal YouTube sensation, according to Taz, to respond, "Why would it? When Harry hasn't stopped attacking his brother publicly, he's insulted Catherine, brought their children into it, saying he's concerned for their futures. I do not think there is anything that will unite the two brothers."
Really, nigga?
Now. And I am delighted to say that, according to Taz, otherwise known as Tasha Canal, joins me now. Taz, goodness me, what do you make of the fact that Harry is now trying to, I guess, ingratiate himself further with the Americans who are turning off him by taking the Diana Awards to New York?
Good question.
I think it's entirely predictable. I think me myself personally, I'm not surprised by this news at all, his timing of it, especially because of what happened the last time we saw the Diana Awards, where Prince Harry was apparently dialing in from a ski lodge. He was apparently skiing with the Kardashians at the time, or one of those family members, and they deliberately tried to overshadow Prince William's speech at the Diana Awards.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Where they not only announced one of their new awards for Archwell and the winner, despite filming it a week beforehand when Meghan was at South by Southwest, but then Meghan, obviously and famously now, infamously more like, she launched Aro. So to hear this news that he is again trying to, I suppose, make sure that everybody sees the Diana Awards as Harry's thing now, I think, yes, as I said, it didn't shock me or surprise me at all.
Wow.
Because the thing that is so sad and egregious about this is that William has tried to be incredibly sensitive and restrained in terms of using his mother's memory. Of course, he made an agreement with Harry on the 20th anniversary of her death that they would no longer continue to speak about her publicly.
Yes, exactly.
Especially around the circumstances to do with her death. And that was all because they had agreed to move on. But good job! As soon as Harry became unpopular, it seems that he invokes his mother's memory at every opportunity. So unfortunately, I feel that's only going to go up a gear in New York next month.
Okay.
Yes, he does. It's one of his cards that he pulls out. He has to remind everybody that he is Diana's son. And obviously no one's going to forget it, but I think Harry relies on it that some people, and some do still see him as that 12-year-old little boy walking behind his mother's coffin. But Prince William was obviously alongside him.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's very clear that Harry is still trying to compete with his brother. And it's very sad that he is using, obviously, Diana's memory to do so. He did, in fact, say that Prince William and Harry said this would be the last time. And I think I said last time we spoke, Dan, that I have never heard as much about Diana as what I have since Harry started dating Meghan, really.
Women.
I don't know how much she encourages him to talk about his mother or how much of it is just him doing it by himself. But it seems to be continuous and he's not letting up.
My disappointment is immeasurable. And my day is ruined.
No, totally. And the thing is that I really feel sorry for William when it comes to the Diana Awards, because you've got to admit, Taz, he's between a rock and a hard place. If he leaves the organisation, he will be criticised for that because it's obviously connected to his mother's memory. Fact. But he doesn't want anything to do with Harry, so they are sort of awkwardly shuffling along, both agreeing to organise events, but not actually being able to do it together. And I just think it's a really difficult position that William has been put in.
I think he's done that entirely on purpose, Dan. I think he's made it so William is not going to go to it. Obviously he wants nothing to do with his brother, and who can blame him at this point with all the continuous attacks that he's done and the swipes. But Harry's played it in such a way to almost, it's to paint him look like that he's the one that's still honouring his mother's legacy, but William's being petty because he's not going to attend the Diana Awards. When you actually think of what happened, as I said, with the last Diana Awards, I believe it was in March of this year. Yes! 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 Where Harry made sure that he dialed in later on, and they did everything, both he and Meghan, to try and detract away from Prince William being there, and his speech. I believe the launch of Aro was within hours before, if not minutes before, Prince William actually gave his speech honouring all of the people, all of the recipients of the award. Good job. They cannot help themselves. And as I said, it shows where Harry's priorities are. If he really cared about the Diana Awards so much, then he wouldn't have done what he did that time.
Come on now, dog.
And now I can't help but feel that Harry is behind the dates chosen to do this because, as you said, Prince William is due in New York, I believe, the 24th of September.
And there were lots of other patronages too that he had.
Well, they're all gone.
I mean, they can't stay, can they?
No, they've all gone.
Right,
they've all gone.
They have all gone.
And the military ones in particular have gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he'll find out something, what he can do. But I do hope Meghan will help him. I mean, he helped her here as much as he could, not satisfactorily within the royal family. And I hope she will help him find things, not to just trail around after her.
What do you mean by that?
That would be too humiliating.
Yeah, and he's had a fallout with his own family. He's been forced to leave his other family, which is the army, I would suggest.
He thought of it as his family, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He said, I think of it, we're all brothers here. That's absolutely spot on.
Yeah,
yes.
and served twice.
He'd never been happier doing that.
Served in Afghanistan. He must have loved the roles that he had. I mean, these are going to be terrible gaps for him, aren't they? I mean, do you worry for his future?
I'm very worried for his future.
So that was a lie.
I became very fond of him, and I think he's quite charismatic. And this mischievous twinkle in his eye, and brilliant with people who need help. I have no idea, and I do fear that if you want something and you actually get it, and it's all been very, very tricky, you might feel euphoric at first, and then it dies down a bit, and then you look back on it and you think about it, and I think he will miss his family. I can't see how he can't miss his family. I think it's real. He'll want to show off baby Archie, won't he? To, you
would have thought
let
so,
his cousins
Angela.
see him.
You would have thought so.
I think it's a very, very
well.
difficult
We all hope that it works for them. I think some of us are sceptical, but we hope it works for them.
We don't do that here.
But finally and importantly, he was the member of the royal family who, to my kids' generation, made the royals look cool.
Yeah, right. Yes.
In a most remarkable way. And I felt that the royal family had never been more popular, ever, in centuries, because you didn't just have an older generation respecting the monarchy, there was suddenly young kids go, monarchy, oh, that's really cool.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
Yes.
And with him gone, and when you look around at what's left, you've got Andrew now in disgrace and gone and not coming back.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You've got Princess Anne, who works her socks off, but I mean, she's 70. You've got William and Kate with huge responsibilities. I mean, just how much harm has this episode done the royal family?
Let me put it in a language you can understand.
I think it's done a lot of harm. I think it would be very hard to reconstruct it. Where it has been quite interesting is that it's induced huge support for the Queen. I mean, poor woman, she's 93. You can't go against her still. She's amazing.
Oh,
Lord. Again.
But she's had a terrible year in 2019, and she could well have done without this, not least because she adores Harry. They did tricks together at the Olympics and with the Obamas.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care.
You know, they behaved very naughtily and had a lovely time. It's very sad.
No, it is sad. The whole thing is sad. Thank you very much for coming in and talking to us and giving us your personal insights into Prince Harry, who has been this much adored character, and everyone wishes him well, but gosh, a lot of us have got our doubts.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
This is the Nigel Farage Show. Here on LBC, it's 11:15.
This is LBC.
OAT-LY ! That's how you spell Oatly on the side of our oat drink packages.
Really, nigga?
But if you sing it, it sounds like this.
Trade later life for greater life with McCarthy & Stone's brand new development in Hatfield, Highclere House. To find out more and make the most of your retirement, join us for fizz and canapés and speak to our dedicated team. On hand to answer your questions, whether renting, buying or a bit of both. Don't miss out. Make sure to join us on the 21st of January to secure your dream apartment.
You serious?
To find out more, call 0800 201 4691. Retirement living to the full.
This weekend on